working a long time ago, yeah.
Look, colleagues, it is absolutely fantastic to welcome you to the Cabinet, our first meeting, and it was the honour and privilege of my life to be invited by the King, His Majesty the King, yesterday to form a government and to form the Labour government of 2024. And now we hold our first Cabinet meeting. So I welcome you to it. We have a huge amount of work to do. So now we get on with our work. Yesterday, the work of change began. We're a Change Labour Party, and yesterday we started the work of changing the country. And as the dust settles on Thursday's result, what is becoming clear for, I think, all to see is the mood of the nation, of the country, what is expected of us, and the mandate that we have to deliver change. It's a mandate not just to govern, although it is certainly that, but it's a mandate that has put trust in us to change the country and to deliver. And it's a mandate to do politics differently, and that change started yesterday as well. I have, as you'll have seen, appointed a cabinet. That was done yesterday afternoon and completed. Some went to the Privy Council this morning to receive their seals, which was a moment in history. We followed that with the first cabinet meeting of the Labour government of 2024. At that cabinet meeting, I had the opportunity to set out to my cabinet precisely what I expect of them in terms of standards, delivery, and the trust that the country has put in them. Later on Tuesday, I shall set off to Washington for the NATO summit. I've already had a number of international calls, as you will know, and as you would have expected, to establish the relations across with other countries, to have really important discussions about Ukraine and other pressing issues. And Washington will be an opportunity for me to have further discussions with some of the leaders I've already spoken to and some that I'm due to speak to. It is, of course, an important summit on NATO. It is for me to be absolutely clear that the first duty of my government is security and defence, to make clear our unshakable support of NATO, and, of course, to reiterate, as I did to President Zelensky yesterday, the support that we will have in this country and with our allies towards Ukraine. On the 2.5%, look, we are committed to it. For all the reasons I said in the campaign. It will have to be done within our fiscal rules, and it will be done within our fiscal rules. But the strategic review will start shortly of our capabilities and an assessment of what is needed where. That we can do straight away. But the commitment to 2.5 is real, but it will be within our fiscal rules, and we will not be tempted, as the last government was, to pretend that money is there now, which isn't there. Look, in relation to the tough decisions, we're going to have to take the tough decisions and take them early, and we will. We will do that with a raw honesty. And that's really what sat behind Wes Streeting's description yesterday of the NHS as being broken. It is. Everybody who uses it and works in it knows that it is broken, and we're not going to operate under the pretence or language that doesn't express the problem as it is, because otherwise we won't be able to fix the problem as quickly as we need to. The work has started. And we will deliver change as quickly as we can, and that will include change, within the early months and years of the government. It won't be a question of simply saying nothing's going to change until towards the end of the first term, but different change will be delivered at different speeds, inevitably. What I can't pretend is that we can fix everything overnight. Look, the Rwanda scheme was dead and buried before it started. It's never been a deterrent. Look at the numbers that have come over in the first 6 and a bit months of this year. They're record numbers. That is the problem that we are inheriting. It has never acted as a deterrent. I'm really proud of the fact that my cabinet reflects the aspiration that I believe lies at the heart of our country, the aspiration that so many people have wherever they started from, to make a journey in life for themselves, for their families, their communities, and ultimately for their country. And I said that at the Cabinet meeting this morning, that I'm proud of the fact that we have people around that Cabinet table who didn't have the easiest of starts in life, but to see them sitting in the Cabinet this morning was a proud moment for me and for this changed Labour Party.